Welcome to Vision ProNotes. I'm Marty, a faculty member at a Midwest University, podcaster and an Apple product fan, also co-host of Vision Profiles, along with Eric Bolden, Dave Ginsberg, and Daniel Burkholder. We're doing Vision ProNotes as a new supplement. It comes out 3 times a week, Monday morning, Wednesday morning, and Friday morning. That's to keep you up to date with the news that's going on with Vision Profiles. Short segment, and we'll talk about whatever we have to say in Vision ProNotes will show up in the full segment on Monday nights. Remember, we live stream Monday nights at 9 p.m. at youtube.com/@visionprofiles. You can catch the live stream at that time or later catch the video on YouTube or the audio podcast on all of the different podcast services that you would like to use. So, today is an interesting article that came out just yesterday, late yesterday. Today's ProNote is about a patent for a new battery integration. Now, usually when we cover patent stories, the stories are kind of, okay, so here's a patent they did, here's a little diagram of what it looks like, and after the diagram, it's all speculation. This article in the Mac Observer goes a little bit deeper into the discussion of what this new battery design could be. Interesting, we're talking about maybe a Vision Pro version 2 coming out sometime in the next couple of months. Whether it will have this potential battery change or not, none of that's ever even been hinted at in terms of discussion. So who knows what we're going to get or how this applies. But this article is pretty direct in terms of what they're saying with regard to this new battery situation. So the new battery integration is for the Vision Pro headset, and it wants to improve both power and efficiency and portability. The innovation embeds the batteries directly in the headset's structural guide rails. Now, I had to think about this. The structural guide rails, you think about them along the side. But really, what they're talking about are the guide rails that adjust the interpupillary distance within the device. So there's a possibility that the batteries could be anything from 1 to 4 batteries, from what I can interpret from the article, and that there will be a logic system that will allow the device to switch from one battery set to another. By putting it in the guide rails, Apple eliminates the need for separate battery casings, but I can't see that there is enough space or power within the headset to be able to manage it without having an external battery pack. And they kind of go back and forth on that in the article. The rails use composite materials from thermal resistance and mechanical strength, supporting both durability and reliability of the battery components. The embedded battery system can work alongside a main power source. See, that's what I'm talking about. So you could be jacked in with your battery pack, or possibly you could be taking the battery pack off and using it. It allows for the headset to run in a low power mode, providing backup power during reboots and helps retain memory functions when unplugged. Each guardrail connects directly to a logic board, and configurations can range from 1 to 4 rails, enabling flexible and modular power management for future headset models. The design is adaptable for different uses, supporting variations in battery number and placement. So I guess you could, if you wanted to run it without a power pack, you could turn all 4 on. I'm again just speculating here, but the article is pretty distinct in talking about this is what's going on with this pattern. Overall, the advance could be a major step towards solving the persistent problems that Apple has and the complaints that Apple has, and in terms of power limits and bulkiness in the augmented virtual reality headsets without sacrificing key features. So, interesting concept. with this battery and the battery pack with improved management and power management and flexibility. It's an article in the Mac Observer. We will have a link in this show note so you can look either in the podcast version or the video version of this show note and get the link to this article so you can take a look at it on your own when you can, if you want to read a little bit more about it. Interesting process, interesting things coming out of it. I just don't know how having more batteries up front and on the side is going to affect the weight balance. But that's one of the things they talk about in this article, that it could improve the weight balance. I don't know. We'll have to see if this makes it into a design. But this article is pretty more clear about this patent than I have heard from just something coming out of Patently Apple as possibilities. So kind of exciting, the process that they're going to start to embed batteries. Now, I'm not sure I want to have batteries placed around my eyes that are chargeable and that are also, could have some malfunctions with it. But they say everything's protected and it's going to be good. We'll see. Thanks for tuning in for this. Really, I'm glad you joined this little bit of Vision ProNotes. We'd love to hear from our listeners. If you have ideas or want to join an episode, email us at the podtalknetwork@gmail.com. You can learn more about Vision Profiles podcast at our website at thepodtalk.net. A reminder, we do our live stream show Monday nights at 9 p.m. at youtube.com/@visionprofiles. And you can catch us live stream, join it, see how the whole process goes for us. And it'll include these stories and an expanded discussion with the rest of the team about these topics, so you get some points of view around what this could be. Spread the word to other visionaries. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.